What advice would you give to those people who maybe have their focus in the wrong areas right now, in terms of, putting too much attention on how can I help others and how can I, do this, when in reality they haven't helped themselves first?
I mean, I think you make an excellent point. I think when you're younger, it's not hard to focus on yourself, but really focused on your, I'll use the analogy inner circle, right? Really focusing on your range of influence, your sphere of influence. I think that needs to be tight. Being a good son, being a good husband, being a good father, being a good son-in-law. Really focusing on where and how you can be impactful in a positive way, showing up every day within that nucleus, and being that motherfucker, showing up and being that rock, helping out, doing what needs to be done. And I think more people, if they focused on that sphere of influence, that really tight nucleus that's theirs, I think they could, with time, I think that naturally broadens. And I mean, what a lot of people don't realize, I think, is becoming a father, and you can relate to this, is just a different chapter in your life. And when you can see the world through the eyes of a child, it really changes who you are.
Yeah.
And I think there are a lot of people that haven't reached that stage. So you don't know what you don't know until you get there. So focusing on yourself is good, but then focusing on the good elements of being committed. Being in a committed relationship is important. And if you're not ready for a relationship, that's fine. But sowing your proverbial oats within the world, you're really spreading out a lot of your energy where you could and should be focusing it. So, I'm a guy that's womanized quite a bit in my life, and I've gotten in plenty of trouble because of that focus of what's between a woman's legs. I think if more people focused on themselves and were more disciplined, I think they would find ways in which to manifest what they indeed want. So I believe strongly, and I don't think enough people do it, but we're all very able and capable of manifesting what we want. I think we kind of plug into the programming, the fear, and kind of the fear-based programming and the control-based programming of just keeping people just comfortable, just distracted enough, just comfortable enough with not liking what they're doing, but not wanting to do something else. For me, I think if people really focused on themselves, focused on trying to get better, eliminate negatives, as you said, and focus on creating what's positive, then I think they could create a pretty cool reality for themselves. Like, I believe wholeheartedly we live in creation space, and this is a creation place, but the converse side to that is the pain and the fear and the control and the programming that we inevitably all are kind of dialed into, AKA the Matrix, right? So unplugging from the Matrix and finding a way to manifest your goals. Don't jerk off. Don't stare at porn. Don't be smoking pot all day. Don't be distracted with sports. Find ways in which you can focus on studying, on your model, on becoming a better trader. Because I do believe that's primarily our audience, our traders. So understanding the data. You don't have a model if you don't have data. And I believe very strongly in creating a database of your own operation within the markets. And for me, it could be as simple as 3 variables: time, price, range. So what time were you interested in, what was the price, and then where did it go to? That's it. 3 variables, 4 variables within a database, within a spreadsheet. You can easily, over time, really figure out where and how you as a trader are operating within a marketplace. And by doing that, you inevitably become a better trader.
Definitely.
So
I love that. I think a lot of people hopefully will take note of that and then, do some deep reflection and make some changes. Make some changes. We are coming towards the end, so I'd like to finish up with some like quick fire questions, if you will. One of which is a reoccurring one, which is if you could meet anyone, obviously barring ICT for yourself, right? But if you could meet anyone, present or the past, alive or dead, but just sit down with them and learn from them, who would it be?
Elvis Presley.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You were
absolutely.
ready. You were ready.
Oh, yeah.
How come?
I just think he was so iconic in his time. And I just think he defined so many things. I mean, I joke around that, like, if a woman treats you like you're Elvis, then you know what I'm saying? She's a massive fan of yours. But yeah, I just think Elvis Presley was a pretty interesting character within life when he was in his prime, and then as he kind of fell apart. So I'd be interested in any one of those phases to ask questions.
That's interesting. No, I like that. I like the answer as well. And another quick fire question for you then. So we've talked a lot about ICT. We talked about algorithmic trading, and the concepts. And as you know, we have a variety of guests on the show. And occasionally we have people who are the opposite. They don't like ICT. They say the concepts are fraud. They say the concepts don't work, and it's just all a marketing type of scheme in a sense that it's just it's like fluff or noise. Yeah. What would you say to that? Obviously, as someone who's obviously trades the concepts, trades it live, and obviously spends a lot of time on them.
I honestly believe trading is very much, it ultimately is like a language. It is like a musical instrument. And if someone likes to play the drums and someone else likes to play the guitar, or if someone believes in a certain creed, I think trading when you say it becomes ingrained in you as a philosophy, and that philosophy is much like a religion. I honestly believe that. So where and how you ingrain your logic into the charts to make a financial decision, whether that be an EMA or whether that be, a break in structure followed by inducement, whether that be, an order block forming at a certain level within market structure. I don't think you don't have to be the same. I embrace diversity. I embrace the fact that some people don't like it and they don't resonate with it. That's fine. Some people speak English. Some people speak a language that I couldn't even comprehend 2 syllables. Does that make that language that they speak any less or better than someone else? So the language, the communication, the theory, the philosophy, I believe strongly in diversity.